Sit your cute little buns down.
Okay.
It's going to be a lot of editing for you today.
Yep.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of YouNews, where you or your mama can be the reporter. For directions on how you can participate, which is really simple, check the description below. Also, every month we're going to have a reporter of the month, and you get your choice of a gorgeous Corn-Fed Life tumbler, or we also have some pretty cool Corn-Fed Life water bottles.
In assorted colors.
Yeah, lots of different colors to choose from, but look at that beauty. Woo! So check the description, send us in your 30 to 60 second video, and you could be the next reporter of the month. Today's top stories are some fall fun going on in Oregon, where the forest is smiling on people driving by. Also, an Antarctic explorer, Bob Johnson, turns 102, and wait until you hear what expedition he went on. And lastly, a sad story from Indonesia, where at least 125 people were killed, and you will not believe how and where this happened. So stay tuned for that. So our top story today is a sad story. In Indonesia, a soccer stampede in a stadium has killed 125 people and injured more than 320 after police used tear gas to quell a pitch invasion, authorities said on Sunday, in one of the world's worst stadium disasters. Officers fired tear gas in an attempt to disperse agitated supporters of the losing home side who had invaded the pitch after the final whistle in Malang, East Java on Saturday night, the region's police chief Nico Afinta told reporters. It had gotten anarchic, they stated. They started attacking officers. They damaged cars, also adding that the crush occurred when fans fled for an exit gate. World Soccer's governing body, FIFA, specified in its safety regulations that no firearms or crowd control gas should be carried or used by stewards or police. East Java police did not respond to a request for comment on whether they were aware of the regulations against using gas in stadiums. Soccer is one of the world's most beloved sports, and our hearts and our thoughts and our prayers for the people of Malaysia go out. And just such a tragic event that should have to occur at a sporting event. It's just heartbreaking.
Yeah, people just get so emotionally involved in these matches that these tragic things can happen. This isn't the first time I've heard of something so horrible going on at a soccer match.
Yeah. Yeah, it reminds me, there was actually, if you Google the soccer war, you actually find out that two Central American countries actually were just a hair away from going to war. They actually lined up tanks and troops on each other's borders. I believe it was Honduras and Guatemala. I could be wrong on that, but anyway, look that up, and that's interesting. Actually, thank God, I don't think anybody was killed in that, but they were just about to go to battle over a soccer match. So just sad. I wish people could just keep it in perspective and understand that while sports are fun and entertaining to watch, it's not worth losing a life over or getting crazy for. So, and this kind of casts a shadow over the upcoming World Cup, which is going to start in Qatar just here in a month or so. So let's just pray that for safety for all those involved in that event. All right, and next we've got what?
We've got a story of a special explorer that turned 102. Antarctic explorer and Navy veteran turns 102 years old in Atlantic Beach. Bob Johnson has explored parts of the planet that few people have. The 102-year-old is also the last surviving member of Admiral Byrd's expedition to Antarctica. It was a time to celebrate at Beach Diner in Atlantic Beach Thursday as friends and family gathered to celebrate Navy veteran Bob Johnson's 102nd birthday. I sure didn't expect all this. It's really something, says Johnson. Bob Johnson turned 102, but his age is only the beginning of his incredible accomplishments. I had an exciting Navy career, says Johnson. I really did. Johnson joined the Navy in 1937 and is the last surviving member of Admiral Byrd's expeditions to the Antarctic. The crew explored and mapped more than 500,000 square miles of Antarctica that had never been seen before. On Operation High Jump in 1946 to 47, 3 of us made a parachute jump, says Johnson. You just take it as it comes, part of your duty, I guess. Johnson may downplay his trips to the end of the earth, but the city of Atlantic Beach still made a proclamation in his honor. Pictures of his explorations live on. Johnson has looked after a stuffed penguin, Polar Pete, for nearly 80 years. Also lasting the test of time is an American flag that flew in Antarctica when Johnson served. It has 48 stars, which was accurate for the time. With his wife Mildred by his side, active duty members of the Navy came to show their respect for a man who blazed a trail nearly 80 years ago. Just don't expect Johnson to make many southern expeditions anytime soon. One time a person asked, "Would you like to go back to the Antarctic?" says Johnson. I told him, "Why do you think I'm in Florida, where it's warm?" A lifetime of memories from an explorer and member of our greatest generation. Amen.
What an exciting story. And I've always been fascinated with Admiral Byrd and his expeditions. And one of the reasons is because if you're a conspiracy theorist, as am I, you can't find more conspiracy theories than those surrounding Admiral Byrd and his expeditions. Everything from Hollow Earth to Flat Earth to Nazi secret bases to aliens and UFOs, you name it, it's all associated with Admiral Byrd's expedition to Antarctica.
And there's only one surviving member left.
Yeah. But so many crazy things came out of that. One was a supposed journal that Admiral Byrd did not publish until after his death, and he gave that to his son to publish. And it's got some crazy stuff in it. So for some fascinating times, look that up.
Maybe the cold affected him. Who knows?
Who knows? But I've never heard of so many conspiracy theories around one event.
Well, I'm kind of dying to know about how on earth the forest in Oregon is smiling on people.
Yes, well, let me tell you about that. Yes, so if you're going to be driving Route 18 in Polk County, Oregon this fall, thanks to Hampton Lumber Company, you're going to see the forest smile upon you.
Ooh.
And I'll tell you how. So typically, when lumber companies log, they replace the trees with the normal native species such as Douglas fir, noble fir, you've got your western hemlock, your western red cedar. Those are some of the main staples of logging companies up there. But years back, the Hampton Lumber Company decided they were going to have a little bit of fun. And what they did is they took another tree species not normally used out there called the larch tree. And large trees are conifers that their needles in the fall turn a bright yellow.
Oh.
So what these guys did is they planted a series of large trees mixed in with the typical fir and whatnot in the shape of a giant smiley face. So every fall, this giant yellow smiley face emerges out of the other green fir trees. And it's up on a big hillside, and it smiles down on all the people passing in Route 18. And it's really neat because it's something that happens every year, and they say that these trees won't be ready for harvest for another 30 plus years. Yeah. So they're going to get to enjoy that for many years to come. And Hampton Lumber Company promises that when it is time to harvest those trees, they're going to keep the fun going. But they said next time they're going to choose a different, I want to say emoticon. What do they call them?
Emoji?
Emoji
Maybe it'll be
I think I'm showing my age. We used to call them emoticons back in the day. Now they're emojis. So yeah, they said they're gonna choose a different one, but they do promise to keep their tradition going.
Oh, fun.
So yeah, I wish I would have known about that when we lived out in Oregon. I would have definitely liked to drive out and see that. Anyway,
well, I guess that's all that we have time for
yeah.
today.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed. And once again, make sure to send in your stories to help promote your channel or your news. And the description is below. So let us know also what you thought of the stories in the news below. If there's anything you want us to cover, also let us know. And make sure to subscribe to our channel as well while you're at it. Thanks for joining. God bless and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.